every step of the way, especially as the conversation gets more serious, people are going to give you a hard time. And every phase has its own hard time. So if I'm contracting, I'm trying to get started, people want evidence. They want data. Where has this worked? Where else have you done it? Every client I've ever had says, we want to be a leader. We want to be number one. And every time you suggest something, they say, where else has this worked? And so what you're facing is the caution, the natural anxiety on the part of a client about, is anything going to happen here? Now, the tendency is to defend yourself. Well, let me tell you where it worked. Let me tell you what I did. Here's my resume. Here's what we did in HR for another group. Here's what IT did somewhere else. And you end up claiming victory. So you ended up in a sales pitch, which is never helpful. When somebody's worried about the future you're suggesting for them, selling them doesn't help. Defending myself doesn't help. And so the alternative is to see this kind of, call it resistance, as a natural evidence that something important is in process here. So when people get resistant, give me a hard time, I say, good, now we've begun our relationship. Now the work has begun.